Hey YouTube, the Rabid Wookiee here, and I'm going to be doing the review of the Razer Man-O-War gaming headset. Razer boasts that this is latency-free wireless 7.1 surround sound audio. To get 7.1, you have to have it plugged into a PC, and you have to be running Razer Synapse. Otherwise, you won't get the simulated 7.1 surround sound. They also boast that this has a 7-day battery life on a single charge. If you read the fine print, though, it says that that's based on an average of 2 hours per day. So, yeah, do the math on that one. I think it's still good battery life. I have not had it die on me yet. And you just plug it up and take a break, come back, you're good to go. It's fine. On the left side of the headset, you have the power button, green power light, USB charging port, the mic volume control wheel, and the retractable mic. On the right side of the headset, you have the compartment that the USB dongle slides into. I don't like this though, because it's always left exposed when you're using the headset, because you have the dongle plugged into the PC. They don't have a separate cap to cap that off. And then you have the sound volume control wheel. You're also provided an extension dock to increase the range of your wireless signal. I haven't had to use this yet. My signal's been fine. I haven't had any connection problems whatsoever. Even whenever I go into the next room, only, I don't know, if I take quite a few steps into my next room, it starts to cut out, and then I just head back. I do have a friend that has the Man-O-War, and he had connection problems just sitting at his desk. It would just cut out, and it would just, I think he even said it even turned off just randomly. I don't know if that was a sleep feature and just there was no audio coming through. I don't know. I haven't experienced that yet. Unfortunately, the frame of the Man-O-War is almost entirely plastic. The only part that isn't is the mesh that is on the outer part of the ear cups. And with the $170 price tag, it would have been nice if this had more aluminum on the frame. It also makes a slight noise when rotating the earpieces back and forth. It's not much to really bother you, and it's nowhere near as bad as the Logitech Artemis G933. I have that headset, and it just creaks all the time. So it's not bad, but it does. I mean, it's plastic. It's going to have some sound when you move it. The adjustable headband has a nice sounding click as you move it up, ensuring that you will have both sides at the same adjusted level. I like that. Some headsets, they don't have any indication of how high up the band it goes. This is perfect. You know where you're at on both sides. The top band has a nice Razer logo on top, which I feel is more aesthetically pleasing than the Kraken has. The Man-O-War is lightweight, though it's not as lightweight as the HyperX Cloud Revolver. I can't decide which headset feels better when in use between the Man-O-War and the Revolver, but I might have to give a slight nod to the Man-O-War just because it feels a tad tighter on my head. Obviously I don't want the headset too tight, but the Revolver slid around quite a bit when turning my head, whereas the Man-O-War slid, but not near as much. The longest I have had it on so far has been about a 4 to 5 hour gaming session, and I haven't really started to feel any fatigue or potential sign of discomfort. However, the same friend that I mentioned earlier, he said that he began to feel discomfort on the top of his head. He claimed that it's because the band at the top, the padding is a little thin, but I myself have never had any discomfort. I also tried on this headset while wearing glasses, because I know many people wear glasses when they game, and I didn't really feel much discomfort at first. After a few hours, I really started to kind of feel it in my ears. But those frames that I have hurt my ears anyways. I need a new pair of glasses. And they're thick frames, so you may not have a problem. Like I said, mine already kind of bothered my ears after a long extended use, and just having that headset down on them, it does kind of fatigue my ears a little bit, but it was tolerable. The sound is great, and the surround sound feels immersive, and the bass is really strong and powerful. However, to get it really strong and powerful, I had to adjust my settings in Synapse and just increase that slider. First game I went to was Battlefront. Say what you will about that game, but you cannot deny that that game has awesome sound. I was blown away by the quality of that headset. And it felt so awesome to play that game with that headset on. it completely outperformed my Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum in that game. That headset just it felt weak for some reason. That headset does not like that game. I'd end up buying, I think it was DXF software, just to increase my bass and the overall volume output of that Logitech headset. But the Man of War it sounds so good. I do have a friend that tried the Sound Blaster Tactic 3D Rage wireless gaming headset version 2. I think that was it. And he said that the bass sounded tighter on that headset than the Man of War, I'm sorry. I haven't tried it personally. I don't have that headset, but I trust his opinion on it. And so he said that for an $80 headset, it's pretty comparable to the Man of War and sounds better in some regard. Listening to music and watching YouTube or Netflix, it sounds really good on this headset. You will not be disappointed. I was overwhelmed by actually how good it sounded. Most wireless 7.1 gaming headsets, you don't want to listen to music on those things. They sound like crap. But this sounds really good. It actually sounded better than the $120 HyperX Cloud Revolver headset that I tried last video, which that sounded good too. But I think the Man of War, I think it's a little better in my opinion, especially since it's wireless. But it did sound better in my opinion. This is a mic test of the Razer Man of War. This is a mic test of the HyperX Cloud Revolver headset. This is a mic test of the Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum. Mic test of the Razer Siren. This is a mic test of the Razer Man of War. As you would expect, this headset uses Razer Synapse software. The first category is calibration, which is where you go to set up the surround and can make pinpoint adjustments there. You have an audio column where you can adjust the volume, bass boost, sound normalization, voice clarity, and volume level for increasing the incoming communication. You also have a section to make changes to the mic, a mixer section that shows different programs that are running, and when they show up, you can choose to change each individual program to 7.1 or stereo. I love this. You have an EQ, which I think at the default settings, it sounds great. They also added settings for on-screen display. Whenever you move the slider volume control, it shows up on the left side of the screen, or you can have it show up on the right side of the screen, or you can turn it off if you wish. And of course, you have your lighting options. There's not too many lighting options to choose from, but you have static, which allows the color to remain one solid color of your choosing. Breathing allows the headset to pulse in different colors. And lastly, you have spectrum cycling, which just cycles through all of the colors. Well, that concludes my review of the Razer Man of War. I like it. I think you should go buy it. Go to Best Buy or Amazon or Razer store. Pick this up. It's a great headset. I love it. If you have the money to spend on it. It is a little pricey, but again, it's Razer, and they tend to overprice things. Please subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like it, give it a thumbs down. And please keep checking back for more videos.